Hi everyone, hope you're doing well and welcome to my channel. So today I would like to talk about why do we keep getting called racist when all we're actually doing is defending the women and the girls of our country. At the end of the day, defending the women and the girls of our country from people like the illegal immigration who come into our country, who are not vetted and we don't know who they are. Calling us racist really is all far right, by the way. It's the only two things they can use right now in order to shut us up. So you're either far right or you're just racist. That's it. There is no other excuse. It's not about trying to protect the women. It's not trying to protect the girls. They have these hotels opened up in near some of the schools, and they sit there watching them. And but that's okay, you know, because if you try to say anything, you're either racist or you're just a far right, you know. You're not actually care for the fact that you're concerned for your country. You know, that doesn't even come into it, and it's absolutely, you know, I don't even know what word to use because it's absolutely disgraceful to even think that, because at the end of the day, everyone has the right to want to defend the women and the girls of our country, and we all have a right to want to feel concerned, you know. So it's nothing to do with whether you're far right or whether you're racist, because this isn't even about race. I mean, where race is even coming into this, I really don't know why they even calling it a racist thing when it's not. Just because these people are coming in from another country, it doesn't make us racist to be concerned and for our country to be put into a third world country that where, you know, wherever they've come from, and trying to turn our country into a third world country. We don't want that. We don't want that. We want a safe country where we can walk around and feel safe and not having to worry about what, you know, being raped or anything like that. You know, no one should have to feel like that. And to call us racist or far right is becoming to the point where I think they just need to use that in order to shut us up. It's just you know, it's just easier to say those things, because that way you'll get called racist and then they'll just shut you up, like they did with Tommy time and time again, trying to call him racist when he was actually not racist. He was actually speaking the truth. So you speak the truth, it makes you racist. I mean, I really don't understand that one bit, because it doesn't even make you racist because it's not even a race. You know, so at the end of the day, you know, many people are so angry because I saw a video the other day where this woman, she was talking to these people who were holding up signs which was saying about I think it was to do with the illegals welcoming to the country, and the thing is, okay, is that when it comes to certain things like that, and you're having to explain to them why they're holding up these signs about allowing people into our country that they don't even know nothing about, then all they have to say is, oh, but you're racist. And you're trying to explain that these rapes are happening, and they can't even understand it. And they try to make out as if, oh, but these things will happen anyway. They'll happen anyway. It doesn't matter whether they're here or not. They'll happen anyway. No, you know, if you import the third world, that's what you'll get, you know. So it's not even about, oh, but it will happen anyway. I mean, I'm not saying that it wouldn't happen it wouldn't happen. But what I'm saying is, if you bring in more people and more people and more people, the most likely of it, the crime of rape becoming higher and higher and higher, will only get higher and higher and higher. So why do we need to have these people here and to having to deal with these people that are coming from another country that we don't need? If we have already got crime here and we're dealing with that already, then that's enough for us to worry about. We don't need to be worrying about other people coming over and dealing with them as well. Okay, and this is what Keir, the traitor Starmer, does not understand. He seems to think that it's okay to bring these people here and he gets all the protection he wants. You know, he's got all the security he wants, while we don't get the security we want. You know, we're not allowed to have that security. So at the end of the day, it's absolutely, you know, I mean, people are just fuming out there, you know, going on these protests, trying to explain to people that, you know, did you see some of them? Like, their faces are covered in all these, like, balaclavas and, you know, I mean, what is that about? Why do you need to have your face covered? You know, why are you covering your face? Like, why do you need to have your face covered on a protest, holding up these banners? If you've got nothing to be embarrassed about, then why are you covering your face? Why are you covering your face? I've seen it on the videos. Why do they need to cover their faces? I don't even understand. What is that about? You know, why do they need to cover their faces? If you don't have nothing to feel embarrassed about what you're doing, then you don't need to cover your faces. And they've got these covering on their faces, can't even show their faces. I mean, what is that about? Do you know what I'm saying? So, you know, this is just, you know, crazy. It really is. And the world is just becoming, you know, absolutely nuts, where you have to explain to people about the rape of young girls and women, and that, you know, this is just not on. You know, you can't have these hotels out near these schools. And even if they're not near schools, we still don't want them anyway. Because regardless of whether they're schools, they could sit in parks and just watch women coming and going, and, you know, and all of that. You know, they could sit anywhere and just, you know, be with their cameras and just taking photos and video recording. You know, they'll do it anywhere. You know, and this is why we just can't have these people in our country. And I can't understand why they are so protected in these hotels. And even if people go up to the hotels, you know, do you have these security guards standing outside of them telling you to, you know, you're not allowed here, you're not allowed in here. And then all they want to do is ask a few questions and they just shoo you away. You know, what is that about? You know, you can't even go up there because there was security guards standing there and shooing you away and won't even let you go and talk to them, you know, because they're hiding something. They don't want you to talk to them because they're hiding something. They don't want you to be asking them questions. That's what it's all about, you know. They're hiding everything. They're just trying to cover up after another cover up after another cover up. It's just, you know, people are getting fed up with all these cover-ups and hidden, you know, them hiding things and being secretive about everything. The people are getting fed up with it. We just want a safe country. We just want them out of our country. Even better if you put Keir Starmer in the dinghy, put them all in the dinghy too, including a lot of the MPs, and just ship them off. That would be the best thing for this country. Anyway, that's all for now, and bye-bye.